Good evening and welcome inside Regency Furniture Stadium as the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs prepare for Game 1 of a 3-game series with the visiting Lancaster Barnstormers. I'm Brandon Bulanda. Welcome back after a day off yesterday. Southern Maryland will have a 3-game series here with Lancaster. This is the second series the teams have played this season. The Blue Crabs traveled to Lancaster, Pennsylvania earlier in the week, actually last week, as they played a series May 8th through the 10th. The Barnstormers took 2 out of 3 in that series. Southern Maryland won the second of the 3-game set, 12-9 in extra innings. The Blue Crabs come in 12-12, Lancaster 13-11. They lead Southern Maryland by just 1 game in the division, with Sugar Land sitting atop the Freedom Division 14-10. They also have a game tonight. So the Blue Crabs come in looking to jump Lancaster in the standings, or at least tie them if they were able to take 2 of 3 and win this 3-game set. They'll send the veteran righty Brian Grinning to the mound to face the Barnstormers here in Game 1. Grinning's last start actually game against Lancaster in that series finale last Wednesday. That was a Wednesday day game, Lancaster's baseball and education day. Southern Maryland will have the second of theirs tomorrow with a 10:35 first pitch. But Grinning last Wednesday, through 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned. He walked 2 and struck out 5. A quality start in the outing, but he got hit with the loss as Lancaster was able to win that game 8-2. After a rough 8th inning, the Blue Crabs were trailing 3-2 heading into the 8th. The bases were loaded for the Barnstormers. They got a ground ball up the middle. An error allowed the bases to be loaded and a run scored, and then a grand slam iced that one. Grinning's first pitch here to the leadoff man, Darian Sanford, is fouled off, and we are underway with the series opener here in Waldorf, Maryland. Grinning winds and delivers an 0-1 fastball called strike 2, and he's ahead, no balls and 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter, Darian Sanford. An 0-2 curveball gets Sanford swinging, and Brian Grinning strikes out the first man he sees for the first out here in the top of the first inning. That'll bring in the second baseman, Jeff Coburn. Coburn has been injured for the majority of the season for Lancaster. He didn't appear in that series last week. He's appeared in just 5 games so far, as Grinning misses a first pitch fastball low and away. Coburn is hitting .400 in those 5 games played. He was 4 for 10 in the Sugar Land series as he hits a grounder here to Palmeiro at third, picks it up, and fires on to Wilson at first for the second out here, as Brian Grinning has 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring in the designated hitter, Caleb Gindel. Defense behind Grinning, Rodriguez in left, Brown in center, Vaughn in right. Across the infield, Palmeiro, Garcia, Lozada, and Wilson at first. And Ryan Wiggins is behind the plate as he receives a first pitch fastball low and away for ball 1 from the starter, Brian Grinning. Grinning likes to work quick, delivers a fastball here. That one's hit out towards shallow center. Brown comes charging in and makes the catch for the final out here in the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning from Brian Grinning as Lancaster comes out, puts up no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Southern Maryland's leadoff man, Gary Brown, comes to the plate when we come back. You're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Hey, this is Cody Hebner, pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join me at select Saturday home games throughout the season as the Blue Crabs light up the night sky with post-game Saturday night firework extravaganzas. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Blue Crabs fans, the Blue Crabs are celebrating their 10th anniversary season in 2017, and they can't do it without you. Join the team all season long for special giveaways and ongoing 10-year tributes with group tickets starting at just $10. Regency Furniture Stadium's spacious and modern amenities include 16 luxury suites, an all-you-can-eat picnic pavilion with a great view overlooking left field, and the Legends Club, which can host your event of up to 160 people for a game or anytime. Call today at 301-638-9788 to speak with a sales executive or visit somdbluecrabs.com for more information.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to congratulate Joe Gannon on being voted by fans as the starting pitcher for the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Gannon made his professional debut in 2002 before signing with Southern Maryland in 2008, where he went 12-6 with a 3.17 ERA in his debut season with the team. During this campaign, he was named Atlantic League All-Star and Atlantic League Pitcher of the Year. Gannon appeared in 100 career games for the Blue Crabs, collecting 26 wins, including his 12-win season in 2008.
Hey, this is Mike Snyder, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium as we head to the bottom of the first. 0-0 here as the leadoff man for Southern Maryland, the familiar face of Gary Brown, digs into the right-handed batter's box to face off against the starter for Lancaster tonight, Nate Reed. Reed comes in to this game on the season. He has not yet to record a decision, but has a .467 ERA for the Barnstormers, as he'll face off against the leadoff man, Brown. Reed, southpaw on the mound, out of the windup, kicks and delivers to Brown, who squares around a bunt but pulls back as ball one misses high in the zone. Nate Reed, 6'3", 200 pounds, out of Reading, Pennsylvania, as the southpaw once again misses away to Brown. He was ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Brown comes in leading the Blue Crabs in batting average at .303 as he takes a called strike over the outside part of the plate to get the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Brown in the series at Lancaster last week went 4 for 10 as he shoots one towards the second baseman Coburn here, who scoops it up and fires onto first for the first out here in the bottom of the inning. Lineup for Southern Maryland looks relatively the same as it has most of the year. Gary Brown leadoff. Edwin Garcia is now batting in the 2-hole, followed by designated hitter Mike Snyder, first baseman Zach Wilson. Cory Vaughn has moved from left field to right field tonight, as Zach Cohn was a late scratch. So Vaughn bats 5th. Devon Rodriguez bats 6th in Cohn's normal spot, playing left field. Patrick Palmeiro, Jose Lozada, and Ryan Wiggins round out the order. Garcia digs in here and takes a first pitch fastball high, 1 ball and no strikes. Defense behind Reed, Galen, Sanford, Robinson from left to right across the outfield, as Reed kicks and delivers changeup that misses low and away. Sean Holton at third, Vladimir Frias at short, Jeff Coburn at second, K.C. Hobson at first, and Anderson De La Rosa behind the plate. The 2-0 shot back up the middle. Coburn goes around right on the second base bag and makes a good play on to first to get Garcia for the second out of the inning here. That'll bring in Mike Snyder for his first at-bat against Lancaster this season. Snyder missed that road series due to an injury that he picked up in the 3-game series against the Long Island Ducks right before they traveled to the Lancaster for that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday series. So Snyder digs into the right-handed batter's box with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. First pitch fastball from Nate Reed is a called strike over the inside part of the plate. Snyder returned to the lineup for every game of the 4-game series, 2 doubleheaders this past weekend against the Somerset Patriots. This one's a high pop fly back towards the mound. Reed calls off his infielder, says he has it, and makes makes the catch as the Blue Crabs go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Brian Grinning heads back to the mound in a 0-0 game. When we return, you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that would bring your baseball memories to life. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Hey fans, be sure to join us every Thursday home game for Foster's Grill, Wings, and Beer Night. For just $30, you can enjoy a ticket to the game, as well as 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Foster's Wings and all-you-can-drink beer. The event takes place every Thursday home game throughout the season from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. in our Legends Club. For more information on this or any other exciting offers throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
For any sign, banner, or custom graphics needs, be sure to check out Fast Signs of Waldorf. Fast Signs works with you to create a targeted message that brings interest to your product, and their expert graphic design artists bring your ideas to life for you. For more information on their products and services, visit their website at fastsigns.com/2017 or stop by their Waldorf location located at 11750 Business Park Drive, Suite 105, open Monday through Friday. Fast Signs, the official sign partner of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs.
Hey, this is Gary Brown, and you're listening to Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium as we head to the top of the second in a 0-0 game. Brian Grinning back on the mound, delivers a first pitch fastball low and inside to the first baseman, K.C. Hobson, hitting in the cleanup spot for Lancaster today. Hobson comes in hitting .356 on the year. He's on a 9-game hitting streak as he takes another fastball outside. 2 balls and no strikes here. Hobson has 5 home runs as well as 15 RBIs and 13 runs scored as he hits a dribbler back up the middle. Lozada bare hands, fires on to first, but not in time as K.C. Hobson with a short infield single to go as the first base runner of the game for either side so far. That'll bring in the third baseman, Sean Halton. Halton comes in hitting .253, 7 home runs on the season. As he calls time, steps back out to readjust. His 7 home runs lead the team. He's also tied for the lead with Caleb Gindel with 21 RBIs. So Grinning works out of the stretch, delivers a first pitch curveball. Misses low for ball 1. Grinning back to the stretch, gives the look over at first, kicks and delivers another fastball low, and the count goes to 2-0 here against the third baseman. Grinning has thrown well for the Blue Crabs this season. He comes in 1-1 with a .333 ERA as he gets a line drive here at Edwin Garcia, who makes the catch for the first out of the inning. As Halton jumped on a 2-0 fastball, but hit it right at Garcia as he'll go down for the first out in the top of the second. That'll bring in the left fielder, Blake Galen, batting from the left side. Galen, one of 3 lefties in the lineup tonight for Lancaster against the right-handed Grinning. Man on first and 1 out as Grinning comes set and delivers a fastball called strike to the number 6 hitter, Blake Galen. Galen comes in hitting .302. He has 1 home run on the season, 9 RBIs, as well as 5 stolen bases. Fastball from Grinning tails away here. The count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Galen went 3 for 5 against Southern Maryland in that 3-game series. And then this past series, over the weekend, they had Lancaster played Sugar Land. He was 3 for 10 against the Skeeters, with 2 stolen bases in that one, as he took a strike there. And Grinning's ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The righty comes set, kicks and delivers. That one swung on and missed. An inside fastball that tied up Galen. And Brian Grinning records the second out of the inning. That'll bring in the right fielder, Trayvon Robinson. Robinson comes in after an 0 for 3 outing on Sunday against Sugar Land. He struggled in the Southern Maryland series as he went just 1 for 6. He's struggling on the season so far, hitting .220 coming into this game as he took a fastball outside there for ball 1. Robinson went down early with an injury. He came back on May 6th. He's just 4 for 25 in that stretch since returning 10 days ago. Hits a high chopper here to the first baseman, Zach Wilson, who makes a little bit of a hop and comes down with it for the 3rd out in the inning. So Brian Grinning gives up no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Zach Wilson leads off when Southern Maryland comes up to the plate. When we return, you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Hey everyone, this is Sam Runyon from the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join us at the park every Wednesday home game to enjoy Wednesday Pub Grub Night. Every Wednesday will feature $3 Coors Light cans, $5 draft beer, and $5 Pub Grub specials. For more information on this or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
At their location at 173 St. Patrick's Drive, Grill 13 makes it easy to enjoy their Irish fare and great drink specials every day. At Grill 13, they believe in good food, good drinks, good people, coupled with extraordinary customer service and cleanliness to make you feel part of the family. Whether lunch, dinner, or a round of drinks after the long workday, visiting Grill 13 is always a great experience. Feel free to come relax with family, friends, or even fly solo with a premium cocktail, our handmade pulled pork, fresh wings, bangers and mash, or any one of their tasty dishes. Then indulge in one of Grill 13's famous premium handmade Sugar Lips desserts. Call 301-645-2983 or visit grillwithane13.com.
The Blue Crabs would like to thank Domino's Pizza for their sponsorship for the 2017 season. Be sure to try Domino's new stuffed cheesy bread or their oven-baked sandwiches, featured on their 2 for $5.99 menu. To find a location near you or to place an order online, please visit www.dominos.com. Domino's Pizza, the official pizza sponsor of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs.
Hey, this is Austin Fleet, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium as Zach Wilson comes up to bat in a 0-0 game heading to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Wilson comes in hitting .270 on the season. He heated up in that Lancaster series, going 5 for 13, including a grand slam. Takes a big cut on a first pitch fastball there. And that'll go down as strike 1. Reed pitched against the Blue Crabs in that series as he winds and delivers a changeup that misses away, and the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike against the cleanup hitter for Southern Maryland, Zach Wilson. Reed kicks and delivers here. 1-1 misses low and away, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. As I was saying, Reed pitched against Southern Maryland in that series. That was the Tuesday 12-9 extra inning game. Reed pitched 5 innings, gave up 9 hits, 9 runs, 8 earned, walked 2, and struck out 2 as well. Wilson hits a ground ball here to Coburn at second, who picks it up and fires on to first for the first out here in the inning. So 4 up, 4 down so far for Nate Reed. He's been fantastic all season until that outing, as in 2 starts prior to that, he had thrown 12.1 innings and given up just 3 hits, 1 run, before the Blue Crabs were able to explode for 9 off of the lefty. That brings in right fielder today, Cory Vaughn, as he takes a first pitch strike over the inside part of the plate. Vaughn has been hot of late for Southern Maryland. He's hitting .417 with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored over the last 5 games for the Blue Crabs. He takes that one outside, and the count goes to 1-1. Vaughn led the Blue Crabs, to a victory in Game 2 against Somerset this past Saturday, as he hit 2 home runs in the game, a game-tying shot in the 6th inning. He takes a ball there. Vaughn's 2-run shot came in the 4th inning of that, and then he homered again in the 6th. An icing on the cake solo shot after a Zach Wilson grand slam. So Vaughn grounds one to the third baseman, Halton, here, who fires on to first for the 2nd out in the bottom of the 2nd. So that'll bring in a late addition to the lineup today, Devon Rodriguez. We mentioned Zach Cohn in the original starting lineup for the Blue Crabs, expected to return after missing the doubleheader Sunday. But after batting practice, he was ruled out for today's game. He was slated to start in right field. Cory Vaughn moved over there, and Devon Rodriguez gets his 3rd start in a row in left. Rodriguez takes a first pitch strike here, as Nate Reed is working ahead once again. This time in the first lefty-lefty matchup, in the only lefty-lefty matchup Reed will see. Rodriguez, the only left-handed batter in the Blue Crabs lineup, and the only one on the roster, actually, as he takes a strike over the outside. Jose Lozada, we normally see from the left side against right-handed pitchers. He's the only switch hitter the Blue Crabs have to offer as well. Reed's ahead, no balls and 2 strikes, as he winds and delivers a fastball low in the zone. And the count goes to 1-2 against Rodriguez. Rodriguez went 1 for 5 on Sunday in his 2 starts. His debut in Game 1, he went 1 for 3, including a leadoff single in the 2nd inning of that game. Takes a big cut here on a 1-2 changeup out in front of that one, and he goes down on strikes. So 3 up, 3 down again for Southern Maryland. Nate Reed gives up no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Lancaster comes up with the 8-9-1 against Brian Grinning when we return. You're listening to Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
For the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, be sure to join us at the ballpark every Tuesday home game for our new 2 days. During these games, concessions will be offering fans $2 pretzels, popcorn, and peanuts. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
The Blue Crabs are excited to welcome local Tri-County schools to Regency Furniture Stadium for our baseball and education days. Wednesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 17th, the Blue Crabs will welcome area students for a day of baseball and learning fun at the ballpark. This will include in-game learning activities as well as performances by the Knights of Medieval Times. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-9788. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to congratulate Christian Lopez on being voted by fans as the starting catcher on the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Lopez was drafted in the 6th round of the 2003 MLB Amateur Draft by the Tampa Bay Rays. Lopez signed with Southern Maryland in 2010, where he hit .274 with 7 home runs and 7 stolen bases in his debut season. Lopez was also named an Atlantic League All-Star in what proved to be his final season with the team, 2012. In 285 career games for the Blue Crabs, Lopez collected 20 home runs, 106 RBIs, and 26 stolen bases.
Hey, this is Zach Cohn, and you're listening to Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium, 0-0 game as we're playing the series opener as the Lancaster Barnstormers have come to town to face your Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Brian Grinning back on the mound for the top of the third inning. He's facing the shortstop Vladimir Frias as the leadoff man here in the inning. Grinning delivers a first pitch fastball called strike over the outside corner to the shortstop Frias. Grinning will face Vladimir Frias, Anderson De La Rosa, and then the leadoff man Darian Sanford in this inning as he drops a curveball here for ball one. Frias comes in hitting .278 on the season. He's currently on a 4-game hitting streak in which he's gone 4 for 13 in the stretch. He slaps one out to left field. Rodriguez drifting back makes the catch a few feet short of the warning track for the first out in the top of the third. That'll bring in the catcher Anderson De La Rosa. De La Rosa's hitting .262 on the season. He's also on a 5-game hitting streak, 5 for 18 during that stretch. He was 2 for 7 in 2 games played against Southern Maryland during that 3-game series. He had Wednesday's day game off, so he's facing Grinning for the first time as Grinning delivers a fastball called strike here and gets ahead in the count. No balls and 1 strike. Tonight marks the 144th career start for Brian Grinning, his 96th appearance as a member of the Blue Crabs since joining the team in 2014. Shallow flare out to center field. Gary Brown, long run, not going to be able to get to that one, as a 1-out single from Anderson De La Rosa will turn the lineup over. That'll bring back up the speedy center fielder, leadoff man Darian Sanford. Sanford struck out swinging on 3 pitches to start the game. He comes in hitting .333 on the season. He has 16 stolen bases, as well as 16 runs scored. He tries to lay a bunt down here, but it'll trickle foul. Sanford tied for the lead in the Atlantic League with those 16 stolen bases. He's tied with Phelan Lentini of Long Island. His 16 runs scored also put him tied for 5th in the league in that category as well. So no balls and 1 strike to the center fielder Sanford here. Batting from the left side as he digs back in against Grinning. Grinning gives a look at De La Rosa. Sanford squares around before taking outside to even the count 1-1. Sanford 4 for 9 in that 3-game series against the Blue Crabs earlier in the season. He's on a 3-game hitting streak right now as he picked up a hit in every game against Sugar Land. Squares around here, pulls back once again as this one tails inside, and the count goes to 2-1. Brian Grinning was originally drafted in the 38th round of the 2008 MLB draft by the Cleveland Indians. He spent 3 seasons with the Indians organization, reached as high as AAA Columbus in his 2nd season with the team, as he ascended relatively quickly up the organization. Well, with the Indians, he posted a 9-3 record and a .328 ERA, appearing in 91 games. As he gets a fastball called strike here on Sanford, and the count's even, 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the top of the third. Check swing here from Sanford as he didn't go around, and the count runs full on a fastball that tailed out of the zone. Sanford was the fastest player to reach 10 stolen bases, as he did it in just 11 games this season. He takes called strike 3 here. A fastball right down the middle gets Darian Sanford looking as he goes down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. So Grinning has 2 outs here, looking to strand De La Rosa after the 1-out single from the catcher. He'll have to get through The second baseman, Jeff Coburn, is first. We mentioned Coburn is out with an injury for most of the season, hitting .400 in the 5 games played, as he takes one high here. He was 4 for 10 against Sugar Land with a double this past weekend. Did not appear against Southern Maryland. Grinning gets a fastball called strike here to even the count 1-1. Grinning on his career, this is his 370th game, as he gets a fastball here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grinning comes set here. Long look in before kicking and delivering a 1-2 curveball. That one's rolled to the shortstop Garcia as he lays it, and that one will roll to the outfield. De La Rosa will go first to third here as Coburn reaches on an error to put runners on the corners with 2 outs. As I was saying about Brian Grinning, this is his 374th career game. He's 69-63 in those games with a 3.93 ERA. So after the error here, that'll bring in the number 3 hitter, Caleb Gindel, a dangerous batter that Brian Grinning was hoping to face with the bases empty next inning. Gindel took a big cut on a fastball there, but was behind and is behind in the count. No balls and 1 strike. Grinning comes set here, working quickly again. Another fastball. Gindel just missed that one, fouling it straight back as the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Gindel has 8 multi-hit games in the last 16 contests for the Barnstormers. He's hitting .348 in that stretch, with all 5 of his home runs coming in the last 16. Runners off from first as Ryan Wiggins fires down to second. Not in time, as Coburn has moved into scoring position as well, with a 1-2 count here in the inning. A good jump there from Coburn off of Grinning, who was focused on the 0-2 count, has allowed Coburn in scoring position. So runners on second and third with a 1-2 count and 2 outs here as Brian Grinning looks to work out of trouble. He comes set here. Time is called as he starts his motion. It's granted to the batter, Gindel, as Grinning was already halfway through his motion when the home plate umpire, Donnie Meyer, bailed out and called time. Grinning resets here for the 1-2 once again, as he looks to strand 2 base runners early and keep the game at 0. Ground ball to the second baseman, Lozada takes a big hop, but Lozada handles it and Grinning works around trouble as he strands 2. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. Southern Maryland looks to add some runs in the bottom of the third. Patrick Palmeiro, Jose Lozada, and Ryan Wiggins. When we come back, you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network. Hey kids, don't forget that every Sunday is Kids Day at Regency Furniture Stadium. Every Sunday home game throughout the year, kids can enjoy a pregame autograph session with the players, as well as free admission to Pinch's Playground, and post-game run the bases on the Blue Crabs field. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
TN Bowes Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to present Fans for Our Fans at Regency Furniture Stadium this 2017 season. When the temperature at game time is expected to be a scorcher, TN Bowes will do what they do best, keep you always the right temperature, by providing hand fans to the first 200 guests entering the stadium that day. Learn more about their technologically advanced AeroSeal duct sealing procedure online at tnbowes.com. TN Bowes for all of your air conditioning and heating needs.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs want to congratulate Casey Benjamin on being named as the second baseman on the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Benjamin was signed out of Tennessee Technological Institute by the Texas Rangers organization, where he made his professional baseball debut. He signed with Southern Maryland in 2010, where he hit .304 with 20 home runs in 112 games. Benjamin played in 327 career games with the Blue Crabs, hitting 54 home runs and driving in 209 runs over his 3 seasons with the team.
Hey, this is Kaleka Kaho'ahalahala, and you're listening to Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium, 0-0 game heading to the bottom of the third as Patrick Palmeiro digs in, looking to become the first base runner for Southern Maryland against the starter for Lancaster, Nate Reed, here in the series opener. The southpaw Reed winds and delivers a first pitch fastball rolled to the shortstop Frias, who fires onto first. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the third as Palmeiro goes down on a ground out to short. That'll bring in the second baseman, Jose Lozada. Lozada comes in hitting .182 on the season. He does have 1 home run as well as 3 RBIs. The 1 home run was a solo shot from the left side back in Game 1 on Saturday against Somerset. Lozada went 4 for 22 on the road against Lancaster and Long Island as he takes a strike called here. And then 2 for 11 this past weekend. He was 2 for 12 against the Barnstormers in Pennsylvania. The 0-1 misses outside and the count's even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Lozada had a good game 2 on Sunday. He went 1 for 2 with a run scored in that one. As Nate Reed winds and delivers to the switch hitting second baseman. That one's fouled back and the count goes to 1-2. Lozada picked up 2 of his 3 RBIs on the season on that 6-game road trip. He had just 1 over the weekend, the solo shot back in Game 1. Rolls 1 to the shortstop Frias here, who charges it, has to make a running throw on to first. But right on target as Lozada goes down for the second out here in the bottom of the third. Ryan Wiggins digs in as the number 9 hitter in the lineup. The last man to face Nate Reed for Southern Maryland in this game. Wiggins was 1 for 3 in the only game he played in Lancaster. The Wednesday day game that we talked about, that Grinning threw, as he's worked with Grinning almost exclusively this season. Takes a fastball that misses inside here. 1 ball and no strikes to the Blue Crabs catcher for the series opener. We would expect to see the other catcher on the roster, Mike Blank, tomorrow, as we have a day game after a night game. Hot shot here from Wiggins to the third baseman. Halton kicks off of his glove, but recovers quickly and fires on to first. As another 1-2-3 inning for Nate Reed. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Brian Grinning will face the 4-5-6 for Lancaster when we return. You're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
The All-Stars are coming. The All-Stars are coming. Join the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs All-Stars in Somerset at TD Bank Ballpark on Wednesday, July 12th, where the Atlantic League will join together for the playing of the league's 20th All-Star Game. Presented by Robert Wood Johnson Barnabas, Health and Horizon Blue Crabs Blue Shield of New Jersey. Get tickets now online at SomersetPatriots.com.
Hey Blue Crabs fans, this is Justin DeFreitas. For all my grocery and deli needs, I head over to Nick's of Clinton. Nick's of Clinton aims to offer a unique shopping alternative to the larger grocery stores. while providing a family-oriented experience for all their customers. Nick's of Clinton, the official hot dog and sausage sponsor of Southern Maryland Blue Crabs.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to congratulate Eric Crozier on being voted by fans as the starting first baseman on the Blue Crabs 10-year team. Crozier was originally drafted in the 41st round of the 2000 MLB Amateur Draft by the Cleveland Indians and made his MLB debut in 2004 with the Toronto Blue Jays. While in the major leagues with the Blue Jays, he collected 2 home runs in 14 games in his 2004 debut season. He signed with Southern Maryland in 2008, hitting .265 with 13 home runs and 10 stolen bases that season. He appeared in 279 career games for the Blue Crabs, collecting 44 home runs and 149 RBIs in 3 seasons.
Hey, this is Rob Carson, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium as we head to the top of the 4th, 0-0 game. As in will dig the first baseman K.C. Hobson for Lancaster to face Brian Grinning for the second time. Hobson was the first player to reach base for Lancaster when he singled back in the second. He's swinging on a first pitch fastball here, high fly ball to left center field. Gary Brown and Devon Rodriguez are both there. Brown calls it off and makes the catch. Rodriguez, relatively new to the Blue Crabs. We mentioned this his 3rd start. Quick conversation between the center fielder and the young left fielder there, discussing who has what. But Gary Brown makes the catch for the first out here in the top of the 4th. Brian Grinning giving up just 2 hits and no runs to this point. Winds and delivers a fastball. First pitch called strike to the third baseman, Sean Holton. Holton got ahead 2-0 last time before lining a fastball right at the shortstop, Edwin Garcia. He jumps on one here again, foul down the third baseline. This one into the Blue Crabs bullpen area for the second strike, as Brian Grinning is working very quickly on the mound. The righty goes into the windup, kicks and delivers another fastball inside, swung on and fouled out of play from the third baseman, Holton. Holton comes in hitting .253 on the season. He hit just 2 for 12 in the Southern Maryland series when they visited Lancaster, but the 2 hits were home runs. Grinning delivers a changeup that misses outside here, 1-2. Holton struggling in the last 10 games for the Barnstormers. He's hitting just .214. He does have 4 home runs during the stretch, however. He's out in front of a changeup here and fouls it off towards the Blue Crabs dugout. And the count will remain where it is, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Holton did have a 6 RBI game when Sugarland came to town. That one came back on May 12th. As he takes a changeup here low and away, and the count's even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Holton's been hot on the road. He has 13 RBIs in his last 5 road games for Lancaster. Grinning kicks and delivers here. That one comes inside, and Holton fouls it off once again down towards the Blue Crabs dugout. Holton comes in with 21 RBIs on the season. 16 of those 21 have come in the 10 games that he's played on the road. He struggled at the plate, hitting just .195 in that stretch. In those 10 games, I should say, but he does have the 3 home runs and 16 RBIs, both of which lead the team in road games. 2-2 pitch is popped up into shallow center field. The second baseman, Lozada, able to drift back and put that one away as Sean Holton goes down after a battle for the second out in the inning. That'll bring in left fielder Blake Galen. Galen went down swinging in his first at-bat for the second out back in the second inning. The lefty Galen hitting .302 on the season. He has 1 home run, 9 RBIs, 5 stolen bases, and 15 runs scored. He's reached base in 33 of his last 72 plate appearances. He squares here, bunts it back up the middle. Grinning picks it up and fires on to first. And Brian Grinning works a 1-2-3 inning as he sits down the 4-5-6 in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. The Blue Crabs will send to the top of the lineup. When we come back, you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Hey, this is Cody Hebner, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Hey kids, this is Gary Brown, center fielder for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. If you are under 12 years old, make sure to check out our Chick-fil-A Back Fin Buddies program. For just $15, kids will receive free admission to all 7 Friday home games this season, as well as a commemorative Back Fin Buddies lunchbox and baseball. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
There's no better way to celebrate Independence Day than with America's pastime. Be sure to join the Blue Crabs this July 4th as they take on the Sugarland Skeeters for the Red, White, and Blue Crabs celebration, featuring a post-game fireworks extravaganza presented by Wawa. There's also a post-game jersey auction presented by the Southern Maryland Business Network. For more information on this and every other exciting event throughout the season, please visit somdbluecrabs.com or call 301-638-9788.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs want to congratulate Pat Osborne on being named the starting third baseman on the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Osborne was originally drafted in the second round of the 2002 MLB Amateur Draft by the Cleveland Indians. He signed with Southern Maryland in 2008, where he hit .326 with 17 home runs and 106 RBIs in his debut season. In 5 years with the Blue Crabs, Osborne finished with a .297 batting average while hitting 39 home runs and collecting 225 RBIs in 386 career games with the team.
Hey, this is Edwin Garcia, and you listen to the Blue Crab Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium, 0-0 ball game heading to the bottom of the 4th inning. Southern Maryland will send up the top of the lineup here, led off by the center fielder Gary Brown once again, as they try to solve Nate Reed, who misses a fastball outside here to fall behind 1 ball and no strikes to Brown here in the bottom of the inning. Sun is beginning to set here in Waldorf, Maryland, as you see Brown hand off the sunglasses to the bat boy, as there's a little bit of a shadow that starts every game here with a 6:35 start time. Big cut here from Brown, 1-1. As the game moves on, the shadow drifts towards center field before disappearing around the 6th inning every day, making it tricky on hitters early. You'll see a lot of low-scoring games until deep in ball games. Brown fouls back a 1-1 fastball here and brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes against the lefty Nate Reed, as Southern Maryland looks to solve the riddle that has been Reed thus far. They haven't had a base runner yet one time through the lineup. Brown will lead off the second time through as he's behind 1-2. Change up and inside gets Brown swinging here as Nate Reed picks up his second strikeout and the first out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That'll bring in the shortstop Edwin Garcia with 1 out. Garcia hit a chopping ground ball back up the middle. The second baseman Coburn had to move well to his right, circle around it, and make a good throw on to first, but was able to sit down Garcia, who takes a strike here, and Reed is ahead once again. Reed working effectively, as that was his 35th pitch. He winds and delivers the 36th. A change up low and away. So Reed well below the 10 to 12 pitch per inning threshold that most Coaches want their starters to sit around as he kicks and delivers a 1-1 fastball outside here. 2 balls and 1 strike to the shortstop, Garcia. Garcia came into the game hitting .241 on the season. He has 7 RBIs, has yet to hit a home run. As he shoots one back towards the second baseman, Coburn, who picks it up and fires on to first. Coburn sets down Garcia once again, this time for the second out here in the 4th inning. That'll bring up the designated hitter tonight, Michael Snyder, for his second plate appearance. His first at-bat, he had a towering pop fly right back to the pitching rubber. Nate Reed handled that one himself, and Snyder ended that first inning. Snyder digs in here to face Reed for the second time tonight as he takes first pitch changeup, called strike. Snyder comes into the game hitting .275 on the season. He's 3 for 12 on the homestand. He's hit better on the road than he has here at home, hitting .245 at home, but .333 on the road. He takes a big cut here on a changeup out of the zone, but falls behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Snyder digs back in. He's on a 2-game hitting streak after his 9-game hitting streak was snapped in Game 2 of the doubleheader on Saturday. Takes a changeup here, low in the zone, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Snyder has reached base safely in 11 of the last 12 games for Southern Maryland, as he digs back in here behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The lefty winds and delivers a changeup that stays out of the zone away, and the count goes to 2-2. Snyder's hitting .346 in the last 10 games for Southern Maryland. That includes 2 home runs and 10 of his 13 RBIs. The 2-2 delivery, a fastball that Snyder just fouls off, as that one was well out of the zone away. Snyder had to reach with every bit of his 6'4" frame there to stay alive in this count. The count stays where it is, 2-2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Still a 0-0 game. Michael Snyder looking to change that and become the first base runner for Southern Maryland as Nate Reed kicks and delivers a 2-2. Changeup swung on and missed. De La Rosa picks it up out of the dirt and tags Snyder as Nate Reed picks up 2 strikeouts in the inning. Sets the Blue Crabs down in order once again. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Brian Grinning back to the mound in this 0-0 ball game. When we come back, you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Blue Crabs fans, what's more American than baseball and a barbecue cookout? Quite frankly, the two go together like stars and stripes, rockets and red glare, and liberty and the pursuit of happiness. So when you come to Regency Furniture Stadium's all-you-can-eat picnic pavilion, you get both at a great price. The best part is that groups from 20 to 400 plus can enjoy the picnic pavilion, and when you include this home run of a deal with the kids park, paddle boats, and on-field fun, you have a grand slam of an opportunity. Call today at 301-638-9788 to speak with a sales executive or visit somdbluecrabs.com for more information.
Attention all Girl Scouts. Friday, June 16th is Girl Scout Night and Sleepover presented by Maryland 529. All Girl Scouts will be recognized during the game against the New Britain Bees and have the opportunity to register for a post-game sleepover on the field. For more information on this or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to congratulate Travis Garcia on being named the starting shortstop on the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Garcia was originally drafted by the New York Mets in the 21st round of the 2003 MLB Amateur Draft. He signed with Southern Maryland in 2008, their debut season, and in 2009 he hit .353 with 16 home runs and 63 RBIs. In 5 seasons with the Blue Crabs, Garcia finished with 59 home runs and 229 RBIs in 330 games.
Hey, this is Patrick Palmeiro, and you're listening to Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium, as we head to the top of the 5th inning, 0-0 ball game. Brian Grinning back on the mound for his 5th inning of work. He'll face the 7-8-9 in the lineup for Lancaster, led off by the right fielder Trayvon Robinson. Robinson hit a high chopper to Wilson over at first for the final out in the 2nd inning. He takes a first pitch fastball, misses outside of the zone as Grinning falls behind 1-0 to the right fielder. Robinson comes in hitting .220 on the season as he takes a big cut here. The count goes to 1-1. Grinning has done a good job keeping runners off base so far in the game. He's allowed just 2 hits through 4 innings of work. He also had an error on his shortstop back in the 3rd that allowed the only other base runner. But Robinson is aboard here as he shoots one back up the middle for a leadoff single here in the top of the 5th. That'll bring in the shortstop Vladimir Frias. Frias 0 for 1 on the day as he flew out to center field in his last at-bat. Frias was 2 for 11 against Southern Maryland earlier in the season, as he digs in from the left side here against the right-handed throwing Grinning, working out of the stretch once again. First pitch fastball misses outside to the lefty Frias, and Grinning's behind 1-0. Frias spent some time in the San Francisco Giants, Boston Red Sox, and Chicago Cubs farm system before coming here to Lancaster as he fouls one back and evens the count 1-1. The catcher Anderson De La Rosa awaits on deck as the 1-1 changeup is a called strike over the outside. Frias was originally drafted in 2004 by the Houston Astros, but didn't sign, elected to go to Tennessee Wesleyan College in Athens, Tennessee, as a check on first base, but Robinson's back safely. He was drafted in 2008 in the 30th round of the San Francisco Giants, signed there and started his professional baseball career. Spent 2008 and 2009 in the Giants organization before moving on to Boston. Takes a big cut here on a fastball outside of the zone, foul tipped, and Ryan Wiggins hangs on for the first out here in the top of the 5th. That'll bring in the catcher Anderson De La Rosa. De La Rosa 1 for 1 as he singled but was stranded at third back in the 3rd inning. De La Rosa started his professional career with the Milwaukee Brewers back in 2004. He played for the Brewers organization all the way through 2013. He reached his highest AAA in his time with them before spending 2014 with the Angels and 2015 with the Royals organization. And now at Lancaster as Grinning once again turns and checks on Robinson at first. But Robinson back in easily once again. Robinson is 0 for 1 on stolen base attempts this season, but has shown speed in other points of his career. Grinning comes set, slide step here, and delivers a fastball called strike over the inside corner as he's ahead, no balls and 1 strike. De La Rosa calls time here and steps out of the plate, trying to slow down Grinning a little bit. We've mentioned the pace at which Brian Grinning likes to work, relatively quick. He comes set here, a ground ball down the 3rd baseline, as that one will trickle foul. And Grinning is ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Grinning also staying low on the pitch count as that was his 57th pitch of the night, and he's through 4 1/3 here. He comes set here, no balls and 2 strikes, as that one shot towards right field. Vaughn drifting back a couple of steps, makes the easy play, as De La Rosa goes down for the second out here in the top of the 5th. Still a 0-0 ball game. Southern Maryland yet to have a base runner through their 4 innings at the plate. Brian Grinning giving up just 3 hits through 4 2/3. The lineup will turn over here as the center fielder Darian Sanford digs in for his 3rd at-bat. Sanford struck out twice so far. He struck out swinging back in the first and took a called strike 3 in his last one. Robinson off from first. The pitch outside. Called strike as Sanford pulled back to allow Robinson to cruise into second base as Wiggins had no play. The speedy Sanford had squared around a bunt before pulling back, thinking the pitch was going to be outside. It was a called strike, but Robinson was able to pick up his first stolen base of the year and now has moved in scoring position for the leadoff man. Big cut from Sanford there on the 0-1s, fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes. Sanford stands at just 5'9", 170 pounds. Facing the 5'11", 185, Brian Grinning. So Grinning comes set, gives a look at Robinson at second. Winds and delivers that one slapped down the first baseline as it's foul, fielded by the first base coach, Josh Bell. So the count will stay no balls and 2 strikes as Brian Grinning tries to work around a leadoff single from Trayvon Robinson and keep the game at 0-0 here in the 5th. Give Southern Maryland a chance to get on the board early, as that shadow we mentioned earlier is now covering the majority of Regency Furniture Stadium. Just a couple of pockets left with sunshine as a fastball here misses high. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grinning back on the mound here. Comes set, gives a long look at Robinson at second before winding and delivering a 1-2 fastball that misses low in the zone. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sanford hit well against Southern Maryland on their trip to Lancaster. He went 4 for 9, had 2 stolen bases and 2 runs batted in. As Grinning comes set, delivers a curveball here. That one slapped to the shortstop. Garcia makes a quick throw to get the speedy Sanford. As Sanford thought he was safe, but Garcia with a quick delivery picks up the 3rd out in the inning here. Brian Grinning works around the leadoff single. He gives up no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 0-0 game. The Blue Crabs will send up Zach Wilson to lead off when we come back. You're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network. Every Tuesday night is Silver Sluggers Night with the Blue Crabs, sponsored by the Cancer and Blood Disorders Treatment Center. Membership to the Silver Sluggers starts at just $25, and all members will receive tickets to every Tuesday home game, including our 4th of July Red, White, and Blue Crabs celebration, as well as a special Silver Sluggers t-shirt. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
Washington sports fans, get ready because August 18th is Washington Sports Night with the Blue Crabs. Friday, August 18th, the Blue Crabs will welcome Screech from the Washington Nationals and Gee Whiz from the Washington Wizards to Regency Furniture Stadium for a night of mascot fun with our very own Pinch. For more information on this or any other exciting events throughout the season, visit somdbluecrabs.com or call 301-638-9788.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to congratulate Jeremy Owens on being named a starting outfielder on the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Owens was originally drafted by the San Diego Padres in the 8th round of the 1998 MLB Amateur Draft. He signed with Southern Maryland for their debut season in 2008 and in 2009 he collected 28 home runs and 80 RBIs while stealing 15 bases. Owens spent 7 seasons playing for the Blue Crabs, compiling 105 home runs, 340 RBIs, and 98 stolen bases, while appearing in a Blue Crabs record 737 career games.
Hey, this is Austin, captain of your tie-dye crew, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium, 0-0 game as the Blue Crabs come up to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. They'll be led off by the first baseman, Zach Wilson. Southern Maryland will send the 4-5-6 to the plate here in this 5th inning. So Wilson digs in, takes a first pitch changeup outside from the lefty Nate Reed, who's yet to allow a base runner so far. He's picked up 3 strikeouts along the way, as the southpaw winds and delivers fastball that misses up and away here, and he's behind Zach Wilson, 2 balls and no strikes. Wilson comes in leading Southern Maryland with 20 RBIs. He's second on the team with 4 home runs, hitting .270 on the season. Reed kicks and delivers a 2-0 fastball. Wilson out in front of that one a little bit, and the count goes to 2-1. Wilson, another Southern Maryland player who's been better on the road than at home. He's hitting .333 on the road, just .213 here at home. He has 1 home run at home. It was a grand slam this past weekend against Somerset. 2-1 pitch is swung on, a high fly ball to right center field. Trayvon Robinson and Darian Sanford drifting over. Robinson calls for it and makes the catch as Wilson goes down as the first out here in the inning. That'll bring in the right fielder, Cory Vaughn. Vaughn 0 for 1 on the day, like most of the other Blue Crabs in the lineup. He grounded out to the third baseman, Halton, last at-bat. Vaughn swinging on a first pitch fastball here. Fouls it off over the visiting dugout. And he's behind, no balls and 1 strike. Vaughn comes in hitting .240 on the season. He has 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. He's on a 2-game hitting streak, as that fastball tails away and evens the count 1-1. We mentioned Vaughn hot as of late, hitting .417 in the last 5 games for the Blue Crabs. As he swings and drives one to center field here, the speedy Sanford drifting back on the warning track, leaps up, not able to get there, as that one will bounce over the fence. Cory Vaughn breaks up the perfect game with a ground rule double. We're signaling the third base umpire, Mike Williams, signaled home run there. A little bit of confusion when that one got over Sanford's head. That one bounced off of the warning track behind the speedy center fielder. So Vaughn will be awarded second base, as home plate umpire Donnie Meyer and first base umpire Jim Meyer both saw that one correct, or Jim Clayton, I should say, both saw that one correctly, and have awarded Cory Vaughn with a ground rule double. It breaks up the perfect game. So with 1 out here in the 5th inning, the Blue Crabs threaten for the first time, as they have a man in scoring position for the left fielder, Devon Rodriguez, looking for his first RBI of the season off of the pitcher, Nate Reed. Lefty-lefty matchup here as Rodriguez digs in. Vaughn with a decent lead off of second. Lefty Reed comes set, delivers a fastball that comes inside. Backs Rodriguez up a little bit, as that's going to go down as ball 1 in the at-bat. Vaughn third on the Blue Crabs team with 12 runs scored. He trails center fielder Gary Brown and other fellow outfielder Zach Cohn, who has 15. Brown with 18 leads the team. Rodriguez takes a cut here on a 1-0 fastball and fouls it back 1-1. Rodriguez made his debut on Saturday in Game 2 of that doubleheader when he pinch ran for Cone. He got 2 starts on Sunday, going 1 for 5 in those. Picked up a hit in his first at-bat as a Blue Crab. He slaps one through the infield here. Cory Vaughn being waved around third. The throw to the plate, not in time as the ball skips away from the catcher, De La Rosa. Devon Rodriguez advances to second on the throw home. He'll be credited with an RBI single, his first RBI as a member of the Blue Crabs. Cory Vaughn got a little bit of a late jump there as the shortstop Frias was up the middle, holding Vaughn at second. So Vaughn thought that the shortstop was in his position. He held up. When he realized Frias wasn't there, took off. Manager John Harris was waving him the whole way. The throw from Galen was good and likely on time, but the catcher De La Rosa was unable to corral it and get the tag on Vaughn as the ball skipped away, and Cory Vaughn puts Southern Maryland ahead 1-0 for Patrick Palmeiro, who takes a first pitch change-up called strike. Palmeiro 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to short to lead off the third inning, but he's got a man in scoring position here as Rodriguez advanced to second on the throw. Palmeiro with a big cut, rolls one down the first baseline as he was out in front of that one. The catcher De La Rosa picks it up and fires on to first, as Palmeiro will go down on the 2-3 putout. Rodriguez advanced to third on the play, as he's now just a wild pitcher, a pass ball away from putting up the second run in the inning and giving Brian Grinning some insurance here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So Zach Wilson led off this inning with a fly ball to right center field and was corralled for the first out. Cory Vaughn just missed a home run as he bounced one over the wall for a ground rule double. Scored on a Devon Rodriguez single through the 5-6 hole in the infield. Patrick Palmeiro, we just saw, grounded out to the catcher, and that brings us to 2 outs with Jose Lozada, who takes a big cut on a fastball there and fouls it straight back. Behind in the count, no balls and 1 strike. Lozada also grounded out to short in his last at-bat back in the 3rd inning. The switch hitter batting from the right side against the southpaw Reed, as Reed kicks and delivers. Fastball called strike here, no balls and 2 strikes. Rodriguez is on third with 2 outs here in the inning. If Lozada could get something through the infield, he would pick up his 4th RBI of the season for the Blue Crabs. He's behind in the count 0-2 as Reed delivers that one shot towards the third baseman, Halton, who picks it up on 2 hops, fires on to first for the final out here in the 5th inning, but not before Southern Maryland is able to pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1 man on base, but they lead 1-0 as Brian Grinning heads back to the mound to face the 2-3-4 hitters for Lancaster. When we come back in the top of the 6th, you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Hey, this is David Wayne Russo, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Be sure to join us at select Saturday home games throughout the season as the Blue Crabs light up the Southern Maryland night sky with post-game Saturday night firework extravaganzas. For more information on this event or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788. Attention all Boy Scouts, Friday, June 23rd is Boy Scouts Night and Sleepover with the Blue Crabs, presented by Maryland 529. All Boy Scouts will be recognized during the game against Bridgeport and have the opportunity to register for the post-game sleepover on the field. For more information on this or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or you can call us at 301-638-9788. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to congratulate John Ramastello on being named a starting outfielder on the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Ramastello was originally drafted by the New York Yankees in the 35th round of the 2000 MLB Amateur Draft. He signed with Southern Maryland in their debut 2008 season, where he hit .276 with 15 home runs, 67 RBIs, and 14 stolen bases. In 2 seasons with the Blue Crabs, Ramostella hit 37 career home runs, 125 RBIs, and stole 29 bases in 222 career games with the team.
Hey, this is John Harris, and you're listening to the Blue Crab Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium as Brian Grinning heads to the mound working with a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 6th. He drops the first pitch curveball for a called strike 1 against the second baseman Jeff Coburn, batting for the 3rd time in this game. Coburn shoots one towards left field here. Rodriguez coming in a few steps makes the play as that line shot went right at him just a couple of steps in as it was diving on him quickly. So Coburn goes down as the first out here in the 6th inning. Brian Grinning working with a lead after Southern Maryland was able to put up a run on Devon Rodriguez's first RBI. A single through the left side of the infield scored Cory Vaughn from second. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Caleb Gindel, who takes ball 1 here. Gindel 0 for 2 on the day so far. He flew out to center in his first at-bat and then grounded out to second. He's ahead 2 balls and no strikes here on Grinning, who's keeping the pace up, working relatively quickly on the mound as he winds and delivers a changeup this time that stays up and away out of the zone as he's working around the dangerous number 3 hitter for Lancaster. Comes after him here as he had the green light on 3-0, a big cut on a fastball, but fouled it back. Little surprising there to see the green light on the 3-0 pitch, trailing by a run. But Grinning drops a change up here, and the count runs full, 3-2. Lancaster looking for any type of base runners they can get at this point. The 3-0 was going to be a strike, but still surprising to see him swinging. Payoff pitch here from Grinning's ripped down the first base line. Foul. So Grinning allowed just the 3 hits so far through 5 full innings of work as he winds and delivers the payoff pitch once again. This one a fastball that goes up and out of the zone as Grinning walks the 3-hitter, designated hitter Caleb Gindel, and that'll bring in the first baseman K.C. Hobson. Hobson 1 for 2 on the day so far, batting from the left side as well, following Gindel's lead. Grinning comes set here, kicks and delivers. First pitch fastball called strike over the outside corner. Hobson 1 for 2. He singled in the 2nd inning to lead off, and then flew out to lead off the 4th inning. That one to deep center, left center field. Move over to first here as Gindel's back in easily. Gindel has 3 stolen bases on the season, as Lancaster has 35 on the year thus far. That pitch misses, and the count goes to 1-1 on the cleanup hitter. Grinning comes set here, kicks and delivers. Curveball swung on and missed as Hobson was out in front of that one. The Barnstormers not afraid to run. They're 35 stolen bases, 2nd in the Atlantic League. That one's popped foul towards the third base dugout. Palmeiro gives chase, but runs out of room as that one lands 3 rows into the seats, and the counts will remain where it is, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Barnstormers' 35 stolen bases trail just Lancaster's 37. Somerset's 37, I should say. Lancaster has 9 caught stealings on the year as well. So Grinning comes set here. Throws over to first, but Gendel's back in easily. Hobson digs back into the left-handed batter's box. He's behind 1-2 in the count as Grinning kicks and delivers. That one's flown in foul territory once again. Palmeiro drifting over. He'll have room this time as he puts that one away for the second out here in the 6th inning. That'll bring in the third baseman, Sean Holton. Holton 0 for 2 on the day as well. He lined out back in the second to the shortstop, Garcia. Hit a pop fly behind the second base bag that was corralled by Jose Lozada back in the 4th. Grinning comes set here, a small lead over at first as Gendel's not going anywhere. Grinning misses that curveball high as the count goes to 1-0. Holton tied for the team lead with 21 RBIs, leads them with 7 home runs as Grinning delivers a fastball, big cut there, but fouled back, and the count's even 1-1. So the danger's not done in the inning yet as there's a man on first and 2 outs. But Sean Holton very capable at the plate of putting one in the gap or even over the fence. Grinning checks on the runner at first once again, back in standing. Not much of a lead to talk about over there. He comes set here for the 1-1, kicks and delivers. That one jams Holton at the plate. He flares it out towards the second baseman, Lozada again, who will put it away to end the 6th inning. So Brian Grinning works around a walk. He gives up no runs on no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. Blue Crabs still leading 1-0. You'll see the 9-1-2 when we come back. You're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Hey, this is Britt Robertshaw, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Blue Crabs lead 1-0. Ryan Wiggins digs in for his second at-bat of the night against Nate Reed, back on the mound for Lancaster for his 6th inning of work. Broken bat here as Wiggins shoots a single through the third base side. cracked the handle there, but was able to fight it off for his first hit of the night. Reed hadn't allowed a base runner after 4 innings before the second batter in the 5th, Cory Vaughn, hit a double over the center fielder Darian Sanford's head. Bounced out for a ground rule double, and Vaughn ended up scoring. Reed allowed a single after that in the 3rd hit of the ball game just now, as Ryan Wiggins is aboard with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 6th. That'll bring up the center fielder Gary Brown as the third baseman's in on the grass. Brown takes a changeup called strike 1. Brown 0 for 2 so far. He grounded out to the second baseman in his first at-bat before going down swinging in the 4th. Brown behind in the count. No balls and 1 strike as Reed comes set, kicks and delivers a fastball outside. 1-1. Gary Brown comes in hitting .303 on the season. He has 3 home runs out of the leadoff spot. 12 RBIs as well. Another hitter on the Blue Crabs, better on the road than home. He's hitting .241 here at Regency Furniture Stadium. .400 on the road, but all 3 of his home runs have come at home as he takes a fastball called strike over the outside part of the plate here. He thought that one stayed a little bit too far outside, but the count goes to 1-2 anyway. Brown digs back in here as the big lefty Nate Reed comes set ahead in the count 1-2. Reed kicks and delivers. That one's fouled back from Brown, and the count will remain. Nate Reed was originally signed by the Seattle Mariners after he was drafted in the 40th round of the 2010 MLB draft. He spent 2010 and 2011 in the Seattle organization before moving in 2013 to Lancaster. Brown shoots one here down the third baseline as that one will drift into the seats foul. So Reed spent 2013 with Lancaster. He went 6-5 with a .287 ERA. Got picked back up this time by the Boston Red Sox organization. He spent 2014 between AA and A with the Red Sox before rejoining Lancaster in 2015. He spent 2016 in York before rejoining the Barnstormers this season. Brown flares one out past the first base bag and out of play, foul, as the count stays 1-2. With York last season, Reed worked primarily out of the bullpen. He went 1-0 with a 1.64 ERA in 24 games for the Revolution, including a save. He picked up 23 strikeouts and 22 innings of work, has moved back into the starting rotation since rejoining the Barnstormers this season. He's ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes here to the center fielder Gary Brown. As he comes set, gives a look at Ryan Wiggins on first and delivers a ground ball up the middle, picked up by the second baseman Coburn, who flips to second and on to first, but not in time, as that'll go down as a fielder's choice, 4-6. Ryan Wiggins forced out on the play, as he'll be the first out here in the inning. Southern Maryland leads 1-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Brian Grinning giving up just 3 hits. No runs so far for the Blue Crabs on the mound. Nate Reed giving up 3 hits for Lancaster, but allowed a run back in the 5th inning. Edwin Garcia digs in here with Gary Brown on first. Brown a threat to steal as he leads Southern Maryland with 9 stolen bases, on the season. The lefty Reed checks on Brown here, who goes back in standing. Brown is 9 for 11 on the season. 2 stolen bases ahead of teammate Zach Cohn. His 9 stolen bases have him tied for 4th in the Atlantic League. Reed over to first again, this time a little quicker as Brown has to get dirty but is back in. Garcia 0 for 2 on the day. He's grounded out to second base twice. He came into this game hitting .241. He was 3 for 12 against Lancaster back at the beginning of last week in that series on the road. Reed comes set, freezes Brown here, and delivers a curveball called strike. That gets Garcia looking for the first pitch in the at-bat. Reed back on the mound here. Brown with a decent lead off of first. As Reed comes set, gives a look at Brown before winding and delivering to the plate. And that one's fouled off by Garcia. And the count will go to no balls and 2 strikes against the shortstop for Southern Maryland. Garcia in his 10th professional season. This is his first in the Atlantic League. He spent all 9 of his previous professional seasons playing in the Texas Rangers organization, reaching as high as AAA. Reed checks over at first again. Brown gets dirty and is back in safely. Reed very worried about the speed of Brown, not wanting him to advance into scoring position, where Garcia or potentially Mike Snyder waiting on deck could drive him in. Reed's ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Kicks and delivers a fastball up in the zone. Gets Garcia swinging as he goes down on strikes for the second out here in the bottom of the 6th. That's the 4th strikeout of the night so far for Reed, as that'll bring in Michael Snyder. Snyder 0 for 2 with a pop out and struck out swinging to end the 4th inning. Reed hasn't quite been a big strikeout pitcher this season. He has just 15 strikeouts and 17 innings coming into the game today. But he has 4 through 5 2/3 here, as he kicks and delivers a fastball that misses low and away, falling behind the designated hitter, Snyder. Snyder has spent most of the season alternating between DH and first base with the man on deck, Zach Wilson, as he digs back into the right-handed batter's box here. Reed delivers a changeup. Snyder out in front of that one, and the count goes to 1-1. Snyder started at DH 12 times, first base 10 times. Wilson has 14 starts at first and 10 at DH, as Zach Wilson has played in every game of the season so far for Southern Maryland, one of just 3 players to do so. He joins Patrick Palmeiro and Edwin Garcia on that very short list. Reed delivers a 1-1 fastball that misses off the plate away. 2 balls and 1 strike to the powerful DH here. Snyder has just 1 home run at home. His last home run came back on May 7th on the road against the Long Island Ducks. Reed kicks and delivers a fastball outside here. 3 balls and 1 strike. This comes after a 25 home run, 65 RBI season for Snyder. So he definitely has the power, but hasn't quite found his stroke so far this season, as the sun has nearly completely set here in Waldorf. The lights are on. The shadow has disappeared. Brown off from first on the pitch, but the 3-1 is fouled back from Snyder, who shakes his head a little bit as he was out in front of the fastball from Reed, and the count will run full. Zach Wilson awaits on deck. He's 0 for 2 on the night so far, but hit well on the road at Lancaster. He was 5 for 13 for a .385 batting average. He hit 2 home runs in that series on the road, including a grand slam in Tuesday's matchup. Snyder resets in the right-handed batter's box and digs in With a 3-2 count and 2 outs, Brown will be off from first on the pitch. There he goes. Reed drops a changeup here. Snyder out in front of that one, and he goes down on strikes for the second time tonight. Nate Reed works around a leadoff single. He gives up no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Blue Crabs lead 1-0. Brian Grinning heads back out for his 7th inning of work. When we come back, you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
The resort community of Chesapeake Beach, Maryland is home to the Chesapeake Beach Water Park. Come join them for an afternoon of splash and fun in the sun with their 8 water slides, fountains, waterfalls, lazy river, kids activity pool, and more. Beat the heat with daily cabana rentals, swim lessons, birthday parties, Friday night slides under the stars, character days on certain Mondays, or even rent the whole park for a private party. The on-site Beachcomber Grill offers a full-service menu as well. For more information, details, special events calendar, park dates and hours, to purchase your tickets, season passes, or make reservations, visit their website at www.chesapeakebeachwaterpark.com.
Saturday, August 26th is National Dog Day, which means Bark at the Park is back at Regency Furniture Stadium. Be sure to pack up the pups and bring them out for a day of dog-friendly fun at the ballpark as the Blue Crabs take on the Sugarland Skeeters. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-9788. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to congratulate Jim Ed Warden on being named the closer on the Blue Crabs 10-year team. Warden was originally drafted by the Cleveland Indians in the 6th round of the 2001 MLB Amateur Draft. He signed with Southern Maryland in 2009, where he picked up 13 saves with a 1.12 ERA in 17 appearances. Over 6 seasons with the team, Warden appeared in 284 games and collected a Blue Crabs record 134 saves.
Hey, this is James Frisbee, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium as Brian Grinning heads back to the mound for his 7th inning of work. He delivers a first pitch fastball called strike to the leadoff hitter in the inning, left fielder Blake Galen. Galen fouls off the second pitch here over the Blue Crabs dugout, and he's behind no balls and 2 strikes. He comes into this at-bat 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out back in the 2nd inning and grounded out back up the middle to Grinning. He tried to bunt in his last at-bat, but it was right at the pitcher for the 3rd out back in the 4th inning. He fouled one off the Legends Club down in left field as the count stays no balls and 2 strikes here. Grinning's sitting at 85 pitches now through 6 innings of work as a little bit of stretching has begun in the Blue Crabs bullpen. That fastball goes up out of the zone and kicks off the mid of catcher Ryan Wiggins. Looks like the setup man, Jesse Beal, is up and stretching down in the bullpen for Southern Maryland. No throwing quite yet as Grinning misses a curveball outside 2-2. He's given up just 3 hits so far, walked 1. So he's only allowed 5 base runners as an error as well as on the board. He winds and delivers the 2-2 pitch here. A fastball slapped towards the left field gap. That's going to get down in front of Rodriguez, who cuts it off and holds Galen at first. So Galen is aboard with a leadoff single. That's the 3rd leadoff runner to reach base for Lancaster here so far. Grinning has allowed just 4 hits now, but 3 of them have come to the leadoff man. As it appears Rob Carson will now get up and begin throwing in the bullpen. Him and Beal have alternated serving as the setup man for closer Cody Epley this season. First pitch here to the right fielder Trayvon Robinson. Misses outside, and the count goes to 1-0. Robinson 1 for 2. He led off the 5th inning with a single, stole a base, but was stranded at second. Grinning comes set here. The runner's off from first. Robinson takes a cut and fouls it back. Little bit surprising to see Robinson swing at that one, as Galen from first had a big lead and a big jump off of Grinning. He had 5 stolen bases on the season coming into this one. Looked like he had that one stolen relatively easily if Robinson would have laid off of the pitch. But instead, the count's even 1-1. Grinning comes set here, gives a look at first, delivers a fastball called strike, as he's ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the right fielder Robinson. Robinson went 2 for 11 in the Sugarland series. He picked up his second home run, or his first home run of the day. Grinning comes set here, winds and delivers a pitch out, as the runner Galen staying where he is, and the count's now even 2-2. It looked like Galen was about to go as he started, but noticed the pitch out and ended up being able to retreat. So the count will hold 2 balls and 2 strikes here. As Grinning comes set, gives a look at first, delivers a fastball called strike 3. As Robinson goes down on strikes for the first out here in the top of the 7th. That's the 4th strikeout of the night for Brian Grinning. 2 looking and 2 swinging so far. That'll bring up the shortstop Vladimir Frias. Frias 0 for 2 on the day. He's flown out twice. As he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box as well. Grinning checks on Galen at first, who gets back in time. Frias, one of 3 switch hitters in the lineup today for Lancaster. They also feature left-handed Casey Hobson, Blake Galen, and Caleb Gindel in the lineup. That one's rolled past the first baseman, Zach Wilson, and into right field. Galen goes around second. The throw from Vaughn is cut off. Thrown back to first. The tag is not in time, as Galen had rounded first very far. Frias, I should say, had rounded first very far. Wilson was not able to get the tag back as he had collapsed towards the middle of the infield. And Frias is back in safe with a single that advanced Galen to third. So runners on the corners and just 1 out here. That'll bring in the catcher Anderson De La Rosa. The infield will stay back in double play depth here, as with a catcher running, they could be able to turn 2 and get out of this inning. Strand the runner at third, should Grinning be able to throw a ground ball here. So Grinning digs back onto the rubber, facing his 2nd threat of the night. Kicks and delivers a curveball called strike here. Grinning has scattered the 5 hits now. The only real threat he's faced was back in the 3rd inning when De La Rosa was on third and Coburn was on second with 2 outs in the inning. He got a ground ball to get out of that one. He drops a changeup here that stays in the dirt, and the count goes 1-1. A good stop there by the catcher, Ryan Wiggins. Holds the runner at third. Grinning has gotten a number of ground balls on the night. One here could get him out of this 7th inning, as it appears this will be the last inning of work. Throw over to first. Frias is back in safely as he checks on the shortstop. Frias has 3 stolen bases on the night. He wants to keep him on first and keep the threat of the double play in line. He comes set for the 1-1. Frias is off from first. The throw is inside. Throw down to second is not in time, but Frias came off the base. And the second baseman, Lozada, is able to tag him after he came off of the base. That'll go down as a caught stealing, and Frias goes down as the 2nd out here in the inning. Frias beat it to the base. He was going to be called safe, but he fell off the back. Lozada was trying to say he got him. The umpire wasn't making a call when Lozada realized from the yelling of Edwin Garcia that Frias had fallen well off the base. He turned around, tagged him out, and the umpire, Mike Williams, called him for the second out here. So Grinning just one pitch away, a roller down the third baseline. They're hoping it goes foul. He lets it go as it stays fair instead. Anderson De La Rosa ties the game with about as weak of an RBI single as you'll see. That one went no more than 20 feet down the third baseline. Wiggins got a late jump on it. By the time Grinning got there, he didn't think he had a play. It was sitting on the chalk line. He let it go, hoping it would drift foul. But it hugged the line for all 25 feet that it stayed in fair territory. And De La Rosa picks up the RBI on the single. So Lancaster has tied the game. And Darian Sanford now digs in with 2 outs here in the 7th. Grinning gets ahead of Sanford with a fastball. No balls and 1 strike here to the leadoff man. He's 0 for 3 on the night. Struck out his first 2 at-bats before a ground ball to Garcia. Garcia had to get rid of it quick as Sanford was flying down the line. Got him by about half of a step. Ground ball to first here. Wilson picks it up. Runs over to first. Gets Sanford on the 3 unassisted. Sanford was hustling down the line again. Dove to try to beat it out. But Wilson, well aware who was running, raced to the bag himself. But Lancaster ties the game in the inning. They score 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and leave 1 man on base. So a tie ball game heading to the bottom of the 7th. The Blue Crabs will send up Zach Wilson, Cory Vaughn, and Devon Rodriguez. When we come back, you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network. Be sure to join us at the ballpark May 12th as the Blue Crabs begin their 10th anniversary giveaway series. That night, the Blue Crabs will start the giveaway series by giving out a 10 Years True, 10 Years Blue pennant and a commemorative pen celebrating the 2008 inaugural season. Join us as we journey throughout 10 years of Blue Crabs baseball with 4 more home games, giving out commemorative pins of things such as the 2009 Liberty Division Championship and the 2013 All-Star Game held right here at Regency Furniture Stadium. For more information on the 10th anniversary giveaway series, check out our website at somdbluecrabs.com. Hey fans, be sure to join us every Thursday home game for Foster's Grill, Wings, and Beer Night. For just $30, you can enjoy a ticket to the game, as well as 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Foster's Wings and all-you-can-drink beer. The event takes place every Thursday home game throughout the season from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. in our Legends Club. For more information on this or any other exciting offers throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788. This season, Pinch is going green at Regency Furniture Stadium as part of the Blue Crabs Claws for a Cause. With the help of local organizations, the Blue Crabs and Pinch will bring ways for you to do your part and help out the local Southern Maryland community. Be sure to check out all the information at somdbluecrabs.com/claws for a cause.
Hey, this is Sam Runyon, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium as we have a tie ball game heading to the bottom of the 7th. Zach Wilson digs in to face the lefty Nate Reed for the 3rd time as Reed is back out for his 7th inning of work. He misses a fastball up and away to the cleanup hitter for Southern Maryland. Wilson 0 for 2 on the night so far. Grounded out to second, flew out to right center as last time. Big cut here, but a little bit out in front as he fouls that off towards the right side. Off the end of his bat, and the count goes to 1-1. Wilson comes in hitting .270 with 4 home runs, 20 RBIs. That leads Southern Maryland. the RBIs. He's second on the team in home runs to Patrick Palmeiro. He shoots a high fly ball to right field here. Robinson drifting back makes the catch. Short of the track. And Zach Wilson goes down as the first out here in the 7th inning. That'll bring up the right fielder, Cory Vaughn. Vaughn 1 for 2 with the only run scored of the game for Southern Maryland. After Wilson flew out to right to lead off the 5th inning, Vaughn broke up the Reed perfect game with a ground rule double to deep left center. He scored on the next play when Devon Rodriguez shot a single through the left side of the infield. Vaughn first pitch swinging here as he shoots another one back up the middle. Big round around first. The ball's bobbled in center. Vaughn into second as he was well aware of Sanford playing deep out in center. He took a big round around first. Sanford came up trying to throw to second. It kicked off of his glove as Vaughn is now 2 for 3 on the day. He's back in scoring position for the left fielder, Devon Rodriguez here. So Vaughn will be credited with a single. No credit for the good baseball play there. That's not an official scoring. But broke out of the box and rounded the whole way. He was gonna hold, saw the ball kick off of Sanford's glove, and never really slowed down as he went all the way into second. That'll bring out the pitching coach, Scott Patterson, for Lancaster. Patterson to have a talk with his starter as the pitch count is getting somewhat high for Reed. He's thrown 88 pitches on the game. 78 pitches. Scott Patterson, a former Major League pitcher himself. He threw parts of 2 seasons for the New York Yankees and San Diego Padres. He heads back to the dugout here as the starter, Nate Reed, will stay on the mound with 1 out to face Devon Rodriguez in a lefty-lefty matchup. Cory Vaughn back in scoring position. Reed comes set, gives a look at Vaughn at second, kicks and delivers. Rodriguez jumps on a first pitch fastball but rolls it foul down the first baseline. We mentioned Rodriguez picked up his first RBI as a member of Southern Maryland in that last at-bat. A single through the left side. Vaughn was running from second. Manager John Harris never even considered putting up the stop sign. The throw kicked away from the catcher De La Rosa, and Vaughn was able to score the first run of the game. Rodriguez takes one here as the catcher De La Rosa set up outside and pump fakes down to second. The count will go to 1-1. De La Rosa was set up well outside like a pitch out of sorts. Not expecting the straight steal. It wasn't a full pitch out. But the shortstop Frias was crassing in case Vaughn got too far on a secondary. So the 1-1 pitch from Reed on its way, a changeup that stays in the dirt, and the count goes to 2-1 against the left fielder Rodriguez. Rodriguez is in his 3rd professional season. This is his first in the Atlantic League. His first professional contract came in 2015 with the Rockford Aviators of the Frontier League. He signed with Rockford after finishing his collegiate career at the University of California. 2-1 pitch on its way, shot back up the middle. That one kicks off of Reed. Rodriguez tearing out of the box. Reed has to eat it there. Devon Rodriguez will be credited with a single off the leg of Nate Reed, which actually saved a run as Vaughn got a big jump on that one. Sanford was playing relatively deep in center field, not known for a great arm. Vaughn was undoubtedly going to score on that one if it got back up the middle. But Reed was able to stick out his leg and kick it and hold it to an infield single for Rodriguez, who's now 2 for 3 on the night as well. That'll bring out the manager, Ross Peoples, and end the night for the starter, Nate Reed. So Reed throws 6 1/3. The book is not quite closed on him, as he's responsible for both runners on base. We'll get you the details of who's out of the bullpen for Lancaster when we come back. You're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
This is Rob Carson, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium as the Blue Crabs are threatening. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, they have runners on the corners and just one out as Kevin Munson is in out of the bullpen. Munson delivers a first pitch curveball called strike to Patrick Palmeiro, who digs in. 0 for 2 on the day so far. But Palmeiro has Vaughn on third and Rodriguez on first with just one out, as the starter Nate Reed was lifted after 6.1 innings of work for Lancaster. That curveball misses off the plate away, and the count goes to 1-1. Munson, 6'2", 215 pounds, out of Phoenix, Arizona. The 28-year-old was drafted by the Arizona Diamondbacks in the 4th round of the 2010 MLB draft. He comes set here, 1-1 pitch on its way. Palmeiro with a big cut, but a little bit behind there, as the count will go to 1-2. Palmeiro comes in hitting .256 on the season. He has 5 home runs, 18 RBIs. His 5 home runs lead the team. The 18 RBIs trail just Zach Wilson. Palmeiro was 2 for 3 with a home run and 2 RBIs in the second game of the doubleheader Sunday. He also picked up a home run in game 1 of that doubleheader, as he takes that curveball off the plate away, 2-2. So Palmeiro coming off of a big day on Sunday, as he picked up 2 home runs in the 2 finale games against Somerset. He's got a 2-2 count here with a chance to put Southern Maryland ahead. Munson comes set, kicks and delivers a fastball that misses low, and the count is full to the dangerous Patrick Palmeiro. Manager John Harris has been a fan of running on the 3-2 pitch all year. So even though there's one out in the inning, you'd expect Rodriguez to be off from first here. We'll see how everything plays out as Kevin Munson looks to strand his inherited runners. 3-2 pitch on its way. A curveball that misses off the plate. Rodriguez was holding, but it doesn't matter. He'll advance to second anyway on the one-out walk to Patrick Palmeiro. So the bases are loaded here for second baseman Jose Lozada. Lozada will switch over to the left side of the plate here for the first time tonight. He was 0 for 2, batting from the right side against the lefty Reed. We'll see if the switch across the plate makes anything up here for Lozada. Rob Carson still up and throwing in the Blue Crabs bullpen. It appears he'll work the top of the 8th inning for Southern Maryland, hopefully with a lead as Lozada digs in, bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch fastball misses off the plate away, and Lozada's ahead 1-0 as the crowd begins to get into this one here on Tuesday, Silver Slugger night at the ballpark. The switch hitting Lozada digs back into the left-handed batter's box in a 1-1 game in the bottom of the 7th. Right-handed Kevin Munson comes set, drops a curveball, gets Lozada swinging at that one well out of the zone, and the count's even up 1-1. Lozada has 3 RBIs since joining the Blue Crabs back on May 2nd. He's been with the team for just 2 weeks. He's hitting 182 in that time. He has 1 home run from the left side of the plate. Munson comes set here in the 1-1 count. Steps off the back of the mound looking to reset. Munson is averaging 10.9 strikeouts per 9 innings across his career. So he's very capable of getting a strikeout here, especially if he can get Lozada to chase out of the zone like he did on the 1-0 curveball. Munson comes set for the 1-1. That one's fought off over the Blue Crabs dugout, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes to the second baseman. Munson joined Lancaster for the first time last season. He pitched in 12 games for the Barnstormers, went 2-0 with a 3.09 ERA. Struck out 18 batters in 11.2 innings of work. He's ahead of Lozada here, 1-2 with the bases loaded, as that fastball goes up out of the zone and evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the second baseman is looking to put Southern Maryland back ahead after Lancaster tied it earlier in the top of the 7th inning. Munson with a long look in, and his catcher De La Rosa steps off the back, asks for the signs one more time. Wants to make sure he's on the same page with his catcher here, as any cross-ups that could result in a pass ball or wild pitch would put the go-ahead run across the plate for Southern Maryland. He's content now, comes set for the 2-2, kicks and delivers a fastball that's fouled off by Lozada. He was a little bit behind that one as Munson elevated a fastball up and away. Got Lozada to swing out of the zone. But the count will stay where it is, 2 balls and 2 strikes. As a battle here from Jose Lozada, as he tries to put Southern Maryland ahead. Kevin Munson tries to strand his inherited runners. He inherited Cory Vaughn at third and Devon Rodriguez, who advanced to second on the walk. That fastball is off the plate away, and the count is full with nowhere to put Lozada here in the bottom of the 7th. Munson came out of the bullpen, got ahead of Patrick Palmeiro, but ended up walking him in a full count pitch. And he's got a full count here to Lozada with the bases full and just 1 out. The righty comes set here, kicks and delivers. That one swung on, rolled to the first baseman. He picks it up, fires home. The catcher, De La Rosa, fires back to first. And a 3-2-3 double play will get Kevin Munson out of the inning as he comes out of the bullpen and strands the inherited runners. So the Blue Crabs unable to capitalize as they put up no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 men on base. Rob Carson on his way in out of the bullpen, and a tie game when we come back. You're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Hey, this is Ryan Wiggins, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
This summer, Paint the Park Pink returns to Regency Furniture Stadium on June 17th as your Southern Maryland Blue Crabs take on the New Britain Bees. Be sure to come out and show your support for Maryland Charles Regional Medical Center as they aim to raise awareness for breast cancer. The Blue Crabs will host a post-game jersey auction with all proceeds returning to MCRMC. For more information on this or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Washington sports fans, get ready because August 18th is Washington Sports Night with the Blue Crabs. Friday, August 18th, the Blue Crabs will welcome Screech from the Washington Nationals and Gee Whiz from the Washington Wizards to Regency Furniture Stadium for a night of mascot fun with our very own Pinch. For more information on this or any other exciting events throughout the season, visit somdbluecrabs.com or call 301-638-9788.
Make sure you get Dad out to the ballpark on June 18th to celebrate Father's Day as the Blue Crabs finish their series against the New Britain Bees. All fathers will have a chance post-game to participate in the Blue Crabs remote control dig for a chance to win a TV prize package. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
Everybody, this is not Henry Carey, and you're listening to Blue Crabs Baseball on the Blue Crabs Broadcasting Network. Go Blue Crabs!
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium, a 1-1 ball game heading to the top of the 8th inning as the day has come to an end for Brian Grinning. He'll hand it over to Rob Carson, who first pitch swung on and driven to center field by Jeff Coburn on a line right at Gary Brown, who makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out for Carson out of the bullpen. Good outing for Grinning. He pitched 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, just 1 run. He picked up 4 strikeouts as well. It looked like he was going to have the opportunity to pick up a win as the Blue Crabs had the bases loaded and just 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. But a ground ball from Jose Lozada to the first baseman, K.C. Hobson. He picked it up, fired it home to Anderson De La Rosa, who fired right back to Hobson for a 3-2-3 double play. Got Lancaster out of the inning. Caleb Gindel swings on the 1-0 pitch, or the 0-1 pitch here, I should say, and records the second out in the inning on a ground ball to Lozada. Carson has come out of the bullpen, picked up 2 quick outs against the number 2 and number 3 hitters for the Barnstormers. That'll bring in the first baseman, K.C. Hobson. Hobson 1 for 3 on the day. He singled back in the second for his lone hit. Comes hit it in on a 9-game hitting streak. He extended that to 10 with the hit earlier as he takes a cut here and gets behind in the count. No balls in 1 strike. Hobson hitting .356 with 5 home runs and 15 RBIs. He takes a called strike here as the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. The batting average for Hobson trails just Jeff Coburn, but Coburn has only appeared in 5 games. Hobson has appeared in all 24. Takes a big cut here and fouls one off down the first baseline. Coburn is the everyday starter for Lancaster when he's healthy. He hasn't been healthy throughout the majority of this season. Lefty-lefty matchup here from Carson as he kicks and delivers a fastball. That one's popped up as Zach Wilson drifts into foul territory and makes the catch. Rob Carson comes in, works a quick 1-2-3 inning as Southern Maryland comes up with the 9-1-2, looking to push a run across the plate here and pick up a win for their reliever, Rob Carson. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. When we come back, you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network. Be sure to join us at select Saturday home games throughout the season as the Blue Crabs light up the Southern Maryland night sky with post-game Saturday night firework extravaganzas. For more information on this event or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Dr. Milu and the courteous and professional staff at Cancer and Blood Disorders Treatment Center in Waldorf want you to know that for cases of cancer and blood disorders such as anemia, leukemia, and lymphoma, you don't have to travel all the way to D.C. or Baltimore to get high-quality, compassionate care close to home. Established in 1995, Cancer and Blood Disorders Treatment Center offers expertise, experience, and the highest standards needed for successful treatment of cancer and blood disorders. Dr. Milu is excited to be a part of the Blue Crabs family as the new sponsor of the Silver Sluggers program and games for the 2017 season. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 301-638-1007 or visit cancerandblooddisorderscenter.com.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs want to congratulate Ryan Mulhern on being named the designated hitter on the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Mulhern was originally drafted by the Cleveland Indians in the 11th round of the 2003 amateur draft. He signed with Southern Maryland in 2011 when he hit .348 with 10 home runs in his first season with the team. In 2 seasons with the Blue Crabs, Mulhern collected 19 home runs, 65 RBIs, and scored 53 runs while appearing in 80 games.
Hey, this is Jesse Beal, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium as the Blue Crabs in a tie ball game 1-1 coming up in the bottom of the 8th to face right-hander Scott Schumann. Schumann delivers a first pitch. Called strike here to the catcher Wiggins. Schumann comes on in relief of Kevin Munson as he misses a curveball inside there. Munson came on for the starter Nate Reed. He inherited runners on the corners and 1 out. He walked Patrick Palmeiro to load the bases before getting Jose Lozada to hit into a 3-2-3 double play and work out of the jam. Big cut here from Wiggins on a 1-1 fastball, fouls it straight back. Schumann comes out of the bullpen throwing hard. We were talking about it in between innings. If someone's able to catch up to a fastball, the wind has started blowing out to left field here at Regency Furniture Stadium in the last inning or so. If you could catch up to a Schumann fastball, he provides all the power you'd need to drive one out of here and give the team the lead. Wiggins takes a 1-2 curveball called strike 3 as he goes down on strikes for the first out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So the line has closed for the starter, Nate Reed. He was perfect through 4 innings. That's the 3rd time this season he's carried a no-hitter or better through 4 innings. Reed went 6.1 tonight for Lancaster, gave up 5 hits, 1 run, 5 strikeouts. Kevin Munson worked 2/3 of an inning, walked one, gave up nothing else. So Schumann's on here and delivers a fastball high to Gary Brown for ball 1. Brown is 0 for 3 in the night. He reached on a fielder's choice back in the 6th. The hard-throwing Schumann comes set, delivers a fastball called strike here. Schumann, 6'3", 225 pounds, out of Valdosta, Georgia. He resides in Auburn, Alabama currently. The 29-year-old was drafted by the Tampa Bay Rays in the 2009 draft in the 19th round. Brown hits a high pop fly towards the Lancaster dugout, drifting out over the dugout into foul ground and out of play, as the count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Brown will dig back in the righty-righty matchup. Schumann attended Auburn University in his hometown now. His full name is actually Rutherford Scott Schumann, goes by his middle name Scott. He drops a curveball here, gets Brown out in front of that one, and he'll go down on strikes as Scott Schumann has come in and struck out the first 2 he's faced. That'll bring in Edwin Garcia as the closer Cody Epley is up and throwing in the bullpen for Southern Maryland. These two teams have already played 1 extra inning game on the year. It came back last Tuesday. Southern Maryland was able to put up 3 in the top of the 10th inning and take that one 12-9. Epley picked up a save in that game as Garcia takes the first pitch, ball 1 here inside. Garcia 0 for 3 on the night. He struck out in his last at-bat in the 6th. Schumann comes set, delivers a fastball called strike here, and the count's even 1-1. Schumann spent 4 seasons in the Tampa Bay Rays organization after he was drafted. And then in 2013, he spent 1 season in Double-A with the San Francisco Giants organization. Garcia fouls one back here, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes to the shortstop. After that 2013 season, Schumann caught on with the Bridgeport Bluefish as well as the Wichita Wingnuts of the American Association. He then spent 2016 with Bridgeport and Long Island before joining Lancaster this season. That fastball misses outside, and the count runs to 2-2 against Garcia, who's looking to get on base for the dangerous Mike Snyder, who already has a home run in the 8th inning this season. 2-2 curveball misses low and away as the count runs full to the shortstop Garcia with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th in a tie ball game. Schumann comes set here for the payoff pitch. Working out of the stretch, kicks and delivers. That one swung on, driven to deep left field. The left fielder, Galen, drifting back, makes the catch on the warning track as Edwin Garcia goes down on a deep fly ball. So a 1-2-3 inning out of the bullpen for Scott Schumann. He gives up no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Tie ball game heading to the 9th inning. You'll see the 5, 6, 7 from Lancaster when we come back. You're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Cancer and Blood Disorders Treatment Center in Waldorf is your new sponsor of the Silver Sluggers program on Tuesday nights all season long. Silver Sluggers members receive tickets to every Tuesday night game, including the 4th of July, a commemorative t-shirt, they get to play baseball bingo during the games, and much more. Guests can even learn more about how CBDTC can help you at their table located on the concourse every Tuesday night. For more information on the Silver Sluggers, visit somdbluecrabs.com. And for more information on the wonderful life-saving work that Dr. Milo and his staff do, call them today at 301-638-1007. Cancer and Blood Disorders Treatment Center. High quality, compassionate care, close to home. Blue Crabs fans, be sure to come out to the ballpark on Saturday night, June 3rd, as the Blue Crabs celebrate halfway to Small Business Saturday. On this day, the team will honor local small businesses by allowing them to showcase their goods and services on the stadium concourse. Then, post-game, the Blue Crabs will celebrate Halloween in June, inviting children and families onto the Regency Furniture Stadium field for a candy drop. That's right, a helicopter will fly in and drop candy all over the outfield for everyone to enjoy. For more information, visit somdbluecrabs.com or call 301-638-9788.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to congratulate Jim Ed Warden on being named the closer on the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Warden was originally drafted by the Cleveland Indians in the 6th round of the 2001 MLB Amateur Draft. He signed with Southern Maryland in 2009, where he picked up 13 saves with a 1.12 ERA in 17 appearances. Over 6 seasons with the team, Warden appeared in 284 games and collected a Blue Crabs record 134 saves.
Hey, this is Cody Epley, and you're listening to Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium as Cody Epley takes the hill in a tie ball game heading into the top of the 9th inning. Rob Carson worked a 1-2-3-8, sitting down the 2-3-4. He threw 1 inning, didn't record a strikeout or a walk, but did his job to get it to Epley here. Epley delivers a first pitch curveball that misses here, as the count goes to 1-0 against the third baseman, Sean Halton. Epley winds and delivers fastball, called strike here. Epley's worked 1 inning against Lancaster already this season. He picked up a save in that 12-9 win on Tuesday. A 1 ball, 1 strike here to the third baseman, Halton. Epley misses that one away. Epley comes in 0-1 on the season with a 0.87 ERA, 7 for 7 in save opportunities. This is the third straight non-save opportunity we've seen from Epley through Saturday and Sunday in 2 Blue Crabs wins, as he gets a check swing here from Halton, who was out in front of the off-speed pitch, and the count goes to 2-2. He pitched Saturday in Game 2, an 8-3 victory, and Sunday in Game 1 of that doubleheader, a 7-3 victory, both non-save opportunities, but close enough games that manager John Harris wanted his closer out there. Another slider here from Epley tails off the plate, and the count runs full to the leadoff man in the 9th, Sean Halton. Epley threw 1 scoreless inning against Lancaster on Tuesday, picked up 2 strikeouts. He worked 1, 2, 3 innings on Saturday and Sunday. Ground ball here to the shortstop. Garcia makes a sliding catch, well overthrown at first, as that'll probably be credited with a hit, as it appeared Halton had beat it out anyway. Garcia made a great play to keep it on the infield, but air-mailed the throw, and that will in fact go down as a hit. Never mind, it has been overruled and turned into an error on Garcia. That'll be his 2nd error of the game. It looked like Halton might beat that one out anyway, as Garcia made the play well in the hole. But either way, there's a man on first with nobody out here in the top of the 9th. Halton serves as the go-ahead run as Blake Galen digs in. He pulls a bunt to first base. Wilson picks it up, looks at second, might have had a play, but decides to take the safe out as Blake Galen records the sacrifice bunt here. Sean Halton will move into scoring position at second base. Ryan Wiggins calls times and comes out for a conversation with the closer, as that'll bring on the right fielder, Trayvon Robinson. Robinson 1 for 3 so far. He singled and stole a base back in the 5th. He struck out looking in his at-bat in the 7th inning on a 3-2 fastball. Robinson, switch hitter, batting from the left side all night tonight as he digs in with a man in scoring position and 1 out. Epley gives a look at second, kicks and delivers. Fastball called strike here to Robinson. Robinson came into the game hitting .220 with 1 home run. He has 5 RBIs on the season. Epley working out of the stretch, comes set here. Gives a look at second base. Winds and delivers fastball that tails off the plate. Epley's fastball, he comes from a 3/4 slot, has movement that tails into a right-handed batter away from lefties like Robinson. He mixes that with the slider that breaks the other way, as well as a changeup that he doesn't throw that often. Comes set for the 1-1 pitch, a fastball that tails low and away here. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike against the right fielder. Vladimir Frias waits on deck. Anderson De La Rosa in the hole. Frias 1 for 3, De La Rosa 2 for 3. Epley would like to get out of this inning before facing De La Rosa, who's had the Blue Crabs number all night long. The closer comes set here for the 2-1 pitch. Delivers a fastball that just stays off the plate. And the count goes to 3-1 on Robinson. So Sean Holton is in scoring position after an error by Edwin Garcia and a sacrifice bunt. He's on second with just 1 out. Trayvon Robinson looking to find a way to drive him in and give Lancaster the lead here in the 9th. Epley comes set, delivers. That one's flown out to left field. Devon Robinson giving chase as that's deep down the left field line. Off the foul pole for an opposite field home run. Trayvon Robinson hits his 2nd home run of the season. An opposite field shot that just carried out and hit the foul pole. That 2-run homer will put Lancaster ahead 3-1 here in the 9th. That appeared to be a routine fly ball down the line, but with the wind blowing a little bit out from right to left, carried and was able to catch the foul pole out there and left and put Lancaster ahead 3-1 here in the top of the 9th inning. That's just the 2nd and 3rd run of the season allowed by Cody Epley, as Darian Sanford digs in and screams a line, or Vladimir Frias, I should say, digs in and screams a line drive foul down the other foul line, this time in right field. He jumped all over a first pitch fastball from Epley there, as we were still discussing the previous home run. Frias almost extended the lead in the 8th. So the Blue Crabs trail by 2 here. They're just 2-3 in 2-run games this season. So Epley comes set here. This ball's fouled off as Frias squared to bunt there. The Blue Crabs were leading this one all the way to the 7th. They're 10-0 on the season when they lead after 6 innings. They were up 1-0 at that point. That's in danger here, as Brian Grinning gave up a run to tie the game in the 7th, and they now trail 3-1 here after a 2-run homer from Trayvon Robinson. 0-2 pitch is fouled off from Frias, as the count will remain where it is. It appears the closer, Cody Hall, is up and throwing for Lancaster. Don't quite have a number on the reliever that's up, but I would assume Hall. That one tails outside, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes against the shortstop, Frias. Hall has 3 saves on the season. 2 saves from Anthony Carter. It appears that Hall is up right now, though. Frias fouls one back, and that count will stay 1 ball and 2 strikes here. So Cody Epley came in a non-save opportunity. He got a ground ball to Edwin Garcia in the hole. Garcia made a sliding stop to hold it on the infield and fired onto first well over the head of Zach Wilson. That allowed the first base runner to reach. He advanced to second on a sacrifice bunt, but the home run from Trayvon Robinson brought it in. Deep fly ball to right field here. Cory Vaughn giving chase, but that one will go foul as the count will stay 1-2. Frias has fouled off back-to-back fastballs from Epley. That's the second time he's gotten a hold of a fastball from the reliever, though, as that one had the distance as well, but missed foul to the right of the pole. Epley still ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. As he comes set here, that one's in the dirt, swung on and missed. Picked up by the catcher Wiggins, misses the tag. Now the home plate umpire says he got him, as Epley will pick up a strikeout of Frias there for the second out here in the 9th inning. Looking ahead, the Blue Crabs have the heart of their lineup coming up. The 3-4-5, Mike Snyder, Zach Wilson, and Cory Vaughn. So plenty of power coming up for Southern Maryland, well capable of tying this game if Epley were to keep it at this 3-1 score. That'll bring in Anderson De La Rosa. De La Rosa's 2 for 3 on the night so far. He's picked up 2 singles, was stranded at third back in the 3rd inning. Epley tails a fastball inside here, 1 ball and no strikes. His RBI single in the 7th scored Blake Galen from third and tied the game with 2 outs in that inning. He's ahead in the count 1-0 as Epley comes set, delivers a fastball that called strike over the outside part of the plate. De La Rosa batting in the 9 spot today. Will likely be given the day off tomorrow. Epley gets him swinging well out in front of a slider there. The count goes to 1-2. We have a day game tomorrow following tonight's game. Baseball and Education Day. 10 o'clock first pitch, moved up from 10:35. The heat index tomorrow forced the game to be moved forward that half an hour as Epley delivers a slider that in the dirt away. So first pitch will be at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Southern Maryland will send Gabby Hernandez to the mound. Hernandez is 1-0 on the year with a 2.11 ERA that leads the Southern Maryland starting rotation. He'll face off against right-hander Brian Evans. Evans is 1-1 with a 3.68 ERA. 2-2 fastballs fouled off, and the count will remain where it is to the catcher De La Rosa with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. 2-run homer from Trayvon Robinson put Lancaster ahead here off of reliever Cody Epley. Epley serves as the closer most of the time, came into a 1-1 ball game here, as we've seen him do multiple times throughout the year. He gets De La Rosa swinging on a fastball here, so he strikes out the last 2 batters he faces, but not before giving up 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and nobody left on base. The Blue Crabs look to tie the game or walk it off when we come back. They'll send up the 3-4-5. You're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network. Attention all Boy Scouts. Friday, June 23rd is Boy Scouts Night and Sleepover with the Blue Crabs, presented by Maryland 529. All Boy Scouts will be recognized during the game against Bridgeport and have the opportunity to register for the post-game sleepover on the field. For more information on this or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs are celebrating their 10-year anniversary in style this season at Regency Furniture Stadium in Waldorf, but they cannot do it without you. Fans can enjoy a day at their all-you-can-eat picnic pavilion in one of 16 luxury suites, or just relaxing with friends and family anytime at any of their 70 home games all summer long. The Kids Park keeps the kids happy and active, while Mom and Dad can enjoy great food and cold drinks all night before stopping in the newly redesigned and restocked Crab Shack souvenir store. Lights over Southern Maryland fireworks on select Saturdays, player autographs and kids run the bases on Sundays, and much more mean you're an honorary member of Crustacean Nation USA and you don't even know it. Call today at 301-638-9788 or visit somdbluecrabs.com for more information, schedules, to purchase tickets, or plan your next event.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to thank Apple Spice Junction for their partnership for the 2017 season. Be sure to check out Apple Spice's unique box delivery services, with breakfast offerings ranging from pastries and fruit to gourmet eggs and seasoned potatoes. Or you can check out Apple Spice for lunch, with sandwiches featuring freshly baked bread, fine meats, cheeses, and crisp veggies. Or you can try one of their homemade soups, healthy salad, or freshly baked treats. Ask how they can cater your next event. For more information, you can visit them online at www.applespice.com or visit their location at 6750 Crane Highway, located in La Plata.
Hey, this is Justin DeFreitas, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Regency Furniture Stadium, as Southern Maryland trails 3-1 heading to the bottom of the ninth, but they'll send up the 3-4-5 hitters against the closer, Anthony Carter. Fastball from Carter to Snyder here, ticks off the glove of the catcher De La Rosa, and that'll go down as ball one. After a 1-2-3 eighth inning, Scott Schumann is currently in line for the win should the score hold. The loss would be handed to Cody Epley. But the Blue Crabs still have a shot here as they have the power bats coming up. Carter delivers a cutter here, called strike one. So a 1-1 count to Carter, or from Carter to Snyder. Carter on the season has 2 saves. We mentioned him and Cody Hall have split the relieving duty. The job appears to be Carter. Snyder jumps on a fastball here, driven to center field, but right at Sanford, who turns a little bit, but holds right where he is and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Carter comes in 1-2 record. He's picked up 2 saves. He has an 8.10 ERA. Cody Hall's ERA sitting at an 8.71, so not much excitement from the Lancaster closer so far. Not much to talk about. They have picked up 5 saves already, and Carter's tasked with the 6th here. Kicks and delivers to Zach Wilson's. That one's shot towards the hole. Frias picks it up, makes a running throw to first on target. A good play from Vladimir Frias will set down Zach Wilson as the second out here in the inning. That'll bring in the hottest hitter on Southern Maryland, Cory Vaughn. Vaughn 2 for 3 again tonight as he picks up his 6th multi-hit game. So Vaughn digs in with 2 outs as the last hope for the Blue Crabs. Takes a first pitch fastball low as he's ahead 1 ball and no strikes against Carter. Carter comes set for the 1-0. Vaughn takes a big cut right on top of that one, but fouls it back as the count goes to 1-1. Vaughn has 3 home runs on the season already. Last one came on Saturday against Somerset. digs in here. 1 ball, 1 strike as Carter winds and delivers. That one shot back up the middle. Carter ducks out of the way. Cory Vaughn right on top of that one as he extends to 3 for 4 on the night and keeps the hopes alive for Southern Maryland. That'll bring in Devon Rodriguez, who has come in for Southern Maryland in replacement of Zach Cohn, who's gone down with injury as of late. Rodriguez has done nothing but hit as he's 2 for 3 tonight. Rodriguez, a younger player on this team, as he's just 26 years old. Batting from the left side here, takes a big cut on a first pitch fastball, but a little bit behind. No balls and 1 strike. Rodriguez has only appeared in 2 games for Southern Maryland, so no home runs for the left-handed batter yet, but he has flashed some power before. He has 10 home runs in his 2 professional seasons. Carter comes set for the 0-1. Delivers fastball called strike here as the count goes to 0-2. The powerful bat of Patrick Palmeiro waits on deck should Rodriguez be able to reach. Palmeiro leads the team with 5 home runs and serves as the go-ahead run. Rodriguez, the tying run, is at the plate, but is behind no balls and 2 strikes here against the closer for Lancaster, Anthony Carter. Carter comes set, gives a look at Vaughn at first, kicks and delivers. That one's inside, breaks the bat of Rodriguez as he dribbles one to K.C. Hobson, who picks it up and heads to the base for the 3 unassisted. So Carter works around the hit, gives up no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. He'll lock down the save as Lancaster takes game 1, 3-1 here in Southern Maryland. So the win is going to be credited to Scott Schumann. A great outing from the Lancaster starter, Nate Reed. He threw 6.1 innings, 5 hits, gave up just 1. Brian Grinning pitched even better, 7 innings, 6 hits, just the 1 run as well. The loss will be handed to Cody Epley, as Epley, through the 9th inning, gave up a 2-run homer to Trayvon Robinson that served as the dagger in this game. Cory Vaughn stayed hot for the Blue Crabs as he went 3 for 4. Devon Rodriguez, although he made the last out, a lot to look forward to from the young utility man as he was 2 for 4, including his first RBI on a single through the left side of the infield. Lancaster extends to 14-11 on the season. Southern Maryland drops to 12-13. As the Blue Crabs now trail the Barnstormers by 2 in the division. Sugarland is currently trailing on the road at Somerset. Should that score hold, Lancaster would be tied for the division lead at 14-11. Southern Maryland at 12-13 would be behind both of them. There are 2 more games here at home against Lancaster. Should they win both of them, they could still leave this series tied with the Barnstormers. Game 2 tomorrow, we mentioned 10 a.m. first pitch. Right-handed pitcher Brian Evans will match up with Gabby Hernandez. And Thursday's matchup, lefty Rami Lewis for Lancaster versus lefty Pat McCoy. So the Blue Crabs drop to 3-11 in games in which they score less than 3 runs. Overall, they drop to 12-13, 7-9 at home. They now are on a 2-game losing streak. This is 1-3 versus Lancaster on the season. The Blue Crabs will look to rebound tomorrow in that 10 a.m. game. Baseball and education. We'll bring that one to you. We'll be live right after the national anthem. 10:05 first pitch. We're live at 10 o'clock. So Blue Crabs drop game 1, 3-1 against the Barnstormers on a 2-run homer by Trayvon Robinson. So we'll be back tomorrow, 10 o'clock. First pitch, 10:05. Game 2, Brian Evans versus Gabby Hernandez. I'm Brandon Belanda. I'll be bringing you that action tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you bright and early for baseball and education. Good night from Waldorf, Maryland.